Now what we're gonna do here in this video, this is a reply to here. I'm doing a reply video here. And, for a long time now, I've been telling people about the division. Okay, but first off, I'm gonna say this: gender roles, women's roles in society, and men's roles in society. The first thing I've got to say to people is this: I want you to step back a second. I want you to ask yourself, where did these roles come from? Where did they come from? I'll tell you where they came from. Another human being. That's right. Another human being like yourselves made up the roles. And there's a bad thing about gender roles. See, there's nothing a woman can't do that a man can't do, and nothing a man can't do that a woman can't do, with the exception of giving birth to the baby. But then the woman can't give the birth to the baby without the man neither, now can she? Okay? We're all human beings. We all have emotions, feelings, wants, and needs. And women are not that much different than men. And when you say they are because of testosterone and other shit in the body, that's all manipulation fed to you. Fed to you. Lies. Fed to you to keep you divided. And let me give you a prime example of what the division is. Watch out.
We turn to the riveting, searing emotional drama. One family and the fallout in the recession. Here's a statistic. More than 80% of Americans laid off during the recession are men, which has led to a lot of dads staying at home with the kids while mom goes to work, the only support for the family.
That was done deliberately, that's right. The jobs were outsourced deliberately to bring this country down. And the majority of jobs that were outsourced was men's jobs. Women wouldn't even be in the workplace if it wasn't for bankers and governments wanting to break up the family unit. That's right. That's the real reason women were put in the workplace to begin with. It's not that women don't belong in the workplace. It has nothing to do with that. But the real goal behind putting women in the workplace was to divide them, to break up the family. And how do you mean by me saying that? Well, let's go back to gender roles. What did I say earlier about gender roles? Created by another human being. That's right. And everybody wants to believe in it so firmly. Which means you ain't got the ability to use your own brain and be your own individual person, right?
And our parenting contributor, Amplachette Murphy, says that this role reversal in some families is having a huge impact.
And once again, the reason that the role reversals is having a big impact is because people are stupid. You haven't got the ability to have your own critical thinking skills and be your own individual, do you? No. You had to believe in what another human being said. That's right. You can't think with your own brain, can you? Isn't that right? Because gender roles was created by another human being. That's how stupid people really are. Watch out.
Rick Hemmert, a salesman from Ojai, California, used to spend his days calling on clients, not doing laundry.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
But since he was laid off last November, his time has been consumed by housework and the care of his 7-year-old daughter, Elizabeth. To keep the family afloat, his wife, Eleanor, also in sales, has increased her hours significantly, often getting up at 4 a.m. and coming home long after Elizabeth is in bed.
Isn't that the same thing men done for years? Yeah, it is, okay? And the only reason men ain't doing that now is, just like I said at the beginning, the majority of men's jobs was outsourced deliberately, on purpose, outsourced. So their jobs was taken away from them, and they had no say-so in the matter. Watch it.
Did you ever imagine that you'd be the breadwinner and he would be Mr. Mom?
Never. I don't even like to hear Mr. Mom.
The reversal of roles has turned their marriage upside down.
Okay, I got to get back to work. I have to get back to work.
Okay. It's very humbling for me to be in this situation. It changes the dynamics of our relationship immensely.
I don't like coming home and seeing him in my apron.
How has it changed your feelings about Rick?
I wish I could say something different, but I've lost so much respect for him.
I wish I could say something different, but I've lost so much respect for her. Why did you lose respect for her? Because she's working. She thinks she has the right to be in a job. That's right. She thinks she's a man. She has the right to be in a workplace like a man. So I've lost so much respect for her. I wonder how that feels. See what gender roles has done for us? See how stupid we've become?
Although Eleanor's honesty is harsh, counselors say her feelings are quite common.
There's often in cases where couples are facing a role reversal that there's significant resentment. They end up punishing each other and withdrawing, and more tension develops in the home, and nobody benefits from that.
Wrong. I know who benefits. The government. That's right, the bankers. They benefit from it. This is exactly what they wanted, was destruction of the family unit. That's right. And they benefit big time. Why? Because we won't stand together when they repeat history. So we'll never stand up together. We'll always be divided. And they'll get their wants. And they'll bring this country down. And they'll coat and kill millions of people, as governments have done throughout all of history. Every government you've ever seen, if you follow the truth about history, has always killed and coated their own people. So the bankers and government, they did benefit from this. That's right. Watch out.
You have to move that rock up because it's just, you're overcooking it.
Especially children, who often suffer silently.
How do you feel when they get mad?
I have to go outside and go on the swing and just like swing and then until they stop, and then I go upstairs.
She needs more medicine, the first one.
The Hemmerts are not only arguing more, they're sleeping in separate bedrooms.
That's right. They're sleeping in separate bedrooms. And you know why they're sleeping in separate bedrooms? Not because of him. Because of her. That's right. Because she's brain raped. That's right. She's been brain raped. Social conditioning. See, she don't have critical thinking skills. She don't possess critical thinking skills at all. She's been programmed. And why do I say she's been programmed? Gender roles. Something that was created by another human being. Because you all failed. You failed to understand at all. Gender roles was created by another human being. We're all supposed to be individual people with our own brains, our own thoughts. Don't appear that way, does it? No, don't it? Right?
And the emotional pain is evident.
You know, in spite of being laid off, I feel like I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
When I get a phone call from my daughter and she says, "Daddy, I don't feel well, can you pick me up from school?" And I'm here and I'm able to do it. But the backhand is that I don't feel like I have the support from Eleanor.
And that's where the hurt comes from.
Yeah.
Is there any way other than his getting a job that he could be that man for you?
I mean, that's one of the basic things that most little girls grow up thinking, that the man is going to put a roof over her head.
Yeah, that's one of the basic programming issues. That's right. That's one of the basic brain raping issues. Programmed to believe that a man owes them a living. That's right. That a man owes her. Because she has a hole between her legs. That's right. Because she fell for gender roles. Because she don't have critical thinking skills. Because she's not her own separate individual human being. She's part of the flock. She's a sheep. That's right. And he owes it to her. He owes her a living. She don't owe him nothing. That's right. That he owes her everything. And she has all the choice and all the say-so. That's right. And she picked him. That's right. Because he didn't have no choice or say-so. But she has not only all the choice and all the say-so and gets to do the picking, and he gets no pick at all on the dating scene when they met each other. Okay? But on top of that, she picks the person she expects that owes her. Owes her. No, he don't owe you jack squat. He don't owe you shit. He never has and never will. You owe each other if you love each other. And you take care of each other if you love each other. But that's not what you're seeing here. What you're seeing here is the division brought to you by the government, the media, the school systems, the books and magazines, and groupthink. That's right. Because you failed to be your own individual human being, didn't you?
He's going to support the family.
We brought Rick and Eleanor together face to face to talk it out.
I just don't want her focus to be, I base your manhood on how many figures you bring home. Because I think when you get down to the root, the man is a person that can handle children, set up play dates. I mean, I would rather be out earning the living.
It turns out, Eleanor resents Rick's time with their daughter.
See what gender roles have done for us, people? See what they've done?
I'm a woman, I'm a mother, and Elizabeth is everything to me, so I want to be a mother first.
I know, and she's nothing to him. That's right. Only you love your daughter, right? He don't love her. That's right. I'm a woman, I'm a mother. And she's everything to me, and absolutely nothing to him, right? Is that what she's saying?
All snuggly and warm, and I can't.
And both feel underappreciated.
I think a simple thank you would go a long, long distance. But she doesn't necessarily think she has to do that. It's not an easy process. I have to commit a good amount of time, sometimes even on Saturday and Sundays.
Do you feel that he appreciates the sacrifices that you're making?
No, I don't think he understands at all. I don't get that. You know, I really appreciate that you worked 14 hours today.
She's right. She don't understand it all. Not him. Her. And how many men got, you know, I appreciate that you worked 14 hours a day for me, honey. How many men got told that by their wife? Come on. How many men are actually told that by their wives? They're not. Why? Because the women are socially conditioned, brain raped into believing that the man owes this to them.
If I asked you to complete the sentence, I wish Rick would blank, what would you say?
I wish Rick would gain back my respect by either getting a job of any kind and treat me like a woman.
Gain back your respect by getting a job of any kind and treating you like a woman. Let's see. Gain back your respect, not until you respect him. You have no respect for him because you are not your own individual human being. You are a sheep. You are programmed. You don't have no critical thinking skills of your own. You think with somebody else's brain. As I said before, gender roles was created by another human being. There's nothing a man can't do that a woman can't do, with the exception of bearing the child. And she cannot do that without the man's help. We're all human beings with feelings, emotions, wants, and needs. She fails to understand that. So she wants his respect. Well, I'm sorry. He don't have any respect for you because you're in the workplace. You think you're a fucking man, right? Because, well, I'm just thinking like you people with gender roles now, ain't I? That's right.
Rick, how would you complete that sentence?
Respect me for what I am and appreciate me for what I do. Because when you're out of work and you're home every day, you need somebody to boost you. And I need her to give me kind words and not degrading words.
How can you maybe lower the bar a little bit in terms of your expectations? And in the meantime, have fun together.
This is the closest that we have been in months, years, sitting this close together.
So much pain in both directions, and we'll let you know what happens with them. So many couples in the tough economic times are seeing their marriages suffer. And for tips on what you can do, sharing your own stories, please.
And there's what gender roles has done for us. That's right. And 90% of the problems in this relationship are coming from her, not him. Her, not him. Why? The government and the bankers got their wants. They have divided them. And she believes he owes her what he don't owe her. It's no lie. It's sad.